M0FXB. Welcome to my channel, Digital Ham Radio Diary. M0FXB, welcome to my channel. So you want to set up WiresX PC mode on your Yaesu FT3D, which I would say is well worth it. And you just need a SCU 19 cable or SCU 20 or 39. So SCU 19 or 39. So there's the thing, and we're actually in PC mode at the moment on the radio, and I'll show you how to do that later. I'll also show you a clip of what it looks like when you're in WiresX PC mode, which is completely different to connecting when you hit the X button and you connect to your hotspot, and then you can control it on your radio and you can control it on Pi-Star and your Pi-Star dashboard. That's completely different than this. So the first thing you need to do, if you've never done it, is go to this site. I'll put the link in the description, and you need to create an account. So I'm going to do that now, and I'll sort of stop and start at the key part. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to register for a brand new account. So the first thing it does when you click register is it asks you to put in your email. So I'm just going to put that in. M0FXB at outlook.com, and then let's go send. And so it says that it's emailed me. I've even just seen the little email there. So let's go to that email. Okay, so I went to the email and I've clicked it, and it's asked me to agree here. It sent me straight back to this page, asked me to agree the terms and agree and proceed. So I'm going to do that. So member ID, let's have a look. I'll read this and see what it wants. So I'm going to create a member ID. I'm going to go M0FXB, and I'm going to, because it's for the FT3, I'm going to go FT3. That's the ID that I've created. I'll put a password in. I'll just pause while I do that. Yeah, what I'll do before I fill it out, I'll actually just go through it with you, because otherwise it's going to be awkward. So I've created an ID, my password. It's asked for my call sign. Now it wants the radio ID number, so and my name and address. So obviously I don't want to put that in here, and it's just asking for obvious information. Nothing. So to get your radio ID, I'll add a video to this video to show you. But you basically hold down DISP, get the touch screen up, then touch GM on the front. And then it'll give you option, and the second option is your radio ID, and just tap that, and then there it is, and you're going to put that in this form. So I'm just going to fill this form out and then complete it and move on to the next part. So I've got to the end. I'm going to click confirmation, see if we made any mistakes, and we'll go back through and double check, because I think when it sends you will have a yes okay message. So let's have a look. Yeah, what it does, it gives you the option to go through it and check everything. So, and I'm going to click send. There you go, it's been accepted. I've got a number. So what we'll do, when we eventually, and there it is there. So what happens now is you will get a room number and an ID number and your login and password. And then once you've got that and you log in, then the part 2 of this video is how you then enable that and activate it and connect your Yaesu radio and get it all up and running, just using, like I said, the SCU 19 or SCU 20 cable. And it's very useful. And it's, there's no RF involved, but it opens up the world to you. And for the sake of the cost of the cable, which a lot of us might even have already from our FT1 or our FT2, this is for an FT3. And this system will work on, this system of registration will work on all WiresX PC mode radio. So it's not just for the FT3, it's for all WiseX PC enabled radios. So I hope this helps. Please subscribe to my channel, and 7.3, all the best. When it's up and running, it's going to look like this. So this is what I call WiseX PC mode. So once it's properly configured, you will be able to connect all these stations just using an SCU20 or 39 cable. So if I just click, say these are ones I've added to my favorites. So if I right click and go connect. Now the reason I'm holding this radio is to see if there's any activity. But it looks like there isn't. But if there was, it would come from the radio now. Obviously the radio needs to be put into WiseX mode as shown in the video. So this is what we'll be setting up. So move on to the next part. M0FXB Digital Ham Radio Diary, welcome. FXB, so you need your radio ID because you're setting up WiseX on your PC. You also will need an SCU19 cable or an SCU39 cable. So all you do is hold down DISP, go to GM, go to number 2 option. You can tap it on here, and my radio ID is EAPSG, Echo Alpha Papa Sierra Golf. So this is how you get your ID, and you're going to need this when you create your WiseX account. They are going to ask for radio ID, which they match up when you connect the radio to the WiseX system. 7.3, hope this helps. M0FXB Digital Ham Radio Diary, welcome. Get your FT3 into WiseX mode. Now this isn't the usual hit the X button and then connect to your hotspot. This is to get the radio in the mode so it can interact with a computer or laptop using the SCU19 or 39 cable and software called WiseX. So I'll just show you how to get it in the correct mode. Just turn it off. Then just hold down the back and the X button. And then turn it on. And so you're now in WiseX mode, and now the computer will recognize you in the software. 7.3, all the best. Now we've had our node ID and our room ID, we're ready to log back into the WiseX software. So as you can see, I'm logged in and we're going to download the software. We haven't added the USB driver yet for the SCU19 cable, which we have connected to the radio in front of you. So let's just click it and let's run through setting that up as if we've never done it before. Okay, that's not taking too long. So coming to the end now. There's some other stuff here like WiseX remote monitor software, and I've never used that. That's worth looking at, isn't it? Right, the zip file is complete. We're just going to double click it. Lots of manuals here. So, I think we're just going to do this one first, to install exe. And then we might do the 64 one after. So we are guessing. So here goes. Click yes. Okay, WiseX software setup. That's the one we're planning on using. Now I'm just going to run the other one and see what it gives me. Right, well, as you can see, both gave me the same thing. So I'll just close one. So WiseX software setup. Let's click it, and because the thing I know we haven't done is added the USB driver yet. So I'm just going to click it and run it. So next, I accept the terms. Next, enable WiseX auto start. Might as well, I can always disable it. Install. So let's let it install. Now, so why am I installing WiseX PDN mode? Well, it's so I can have the full functionality of WiresX just using my FT3D radio. So it means if I go somewhere, I can take my laptop, I can take my FT3D with my nifty SM17 microphone, and I can have chats without needing any antennas and any RF at all, and log into so many different rooms. So this is taking a while, so we're going to pause it. Right, speed it up now. So we're going to click finish. And let's see if it just boots. I know that this is the window that I'm looking for. I just was expecting it to boot automatically. So we're going to go like so, and we're going to double click the WiresX thing. I'm going to learn about this YMLAN in the future, but for now we're going to click this and see what it does. Right, I've seen this before, so now it wants my COM port. Now, it is possible I've already installed the driver for programming the radios. I'm going to pause. I just want to make sure that I have installed the USB driver. I might go to the WiresX site. Right, so here we are at the WiresX site or Yaesu site, and I'm right. So I'll put some links in for this for you. If you scroll down to, select files, and then scroll down. If you go right to the bottom, there it is there, SCU19 USB driver, which is what I need. So we're going to click it, because you always run this before you connect the cable. So we're going to run it. Yeah, I've seen this driver before. It's possible that it is already in my system, but let's run it and make sure. And then we're going to connect the cable, and let's see what the cable does. So, yeah, PL USB to serial. Next. So that should allow. Yeah, click finish. It's not telling me to reboot. So that should allow the computer to know when we plug in the USB cable, which looks like this. Hopefully you can see that. We'll plug it in and just make sure that you can see what the computer does when we do plug it in. Right, let's plug it in. Plugged it in. Computer made a noise. It's not saying it's installing anything. So let's right click and go device manager. We need that serial port number. Double click, and there it is there. Prolific USB to serial COM port 13. That's the number we need. The others is separate. So remember 13. We haven't run the software yet, so let's see if we can find the WiresX software which was the green little one here at the bottom. Let's click that. Let's choose. At the moment, let's refresh it. Right, it's given us 13 now. That's good. We're going to click OK, and then this is almost like a first-time boot up of the PDN. So let's. It says device not selected. So, but we have selected that. So let's just click OK. Right, and it's opening the WiresX window. I've seen this before. Okay, now it's the first time boot up now. So let's put in our numbers and click OK. We'll just pause a minute. Okay, let's get those numbers in there. So the node ID is 77. Is it going to let me put them in? No. Maybe user ID and call sign first. So let's go call sign. No. Right, it's not letting me put anything at the moment, so we're going to pause and work out why. Right, I think the reason it's not letting me is because I need to put the radio into wires X mode, which is I'll do it in front of you, but it's basically hold down the back and the X button while turning on. Right, so let's turn the radio off. Hold down the back. It's quite fiddly for me. The back and the X while turning on. Right. So we're in wires X mode. Now we're in wires X mode. Now it will let us put those numbers in. So it's 77393. Now you can't copy this because it's got, my radio has a special ID and it won't work without that radio being attached to it. 87393. So this is these are the numbers you get through. Okay, and then so now we click, do we need this? City, we'll put that in. No, it's not asking for that. So let's just go ID entry. Let's put all that in already, all the rooms. That all looks great. Now we'll click OK. Right, we are moving forward. It's looking good. So we probably need to get our frequency of our radio in. Comment. Let's put a comment in there. Hello from Southwest UK, Andreas, FT3D. Okay. QSO exchange. Not sure what that is. Get info, not sure. So let's go to local settings. Read GPS data, it might work. Timeout. So yeah, I don't know how to make it read that. I know that let's just put in, normally the top one's like 52 for me. So let's put something in. And then the bottom one's west, and it's like 2, and this one's like 2 as well. I'll try and get location progress. Timeout. So it's not getting my location. It's okay. Maybe when it's online, maybe. Anyway, show position data. That's fine. Call settings. I'm not going to change that. General settings, no. Digital settings, I'm not going to change that. What I need to do is get the frequency in it's going to use. So I need to find out where that is. Just pause it while I find where the frequency is. Or should I just OK it there and it might allow me to put the frequency in? Maybe a frequency isn't needed. Yeah. That's probably what it is. Right, I'm just going to OK it. See if it takes us to the next level. Right, it says ready. It's starting to populate. So things are looking good. It says FT3D. The radio has changed to wires X mode, direct. Oh, it's all populating now. Right, I think we might have a contact soon. So yeah, so that'll be, I'll attach this to the beginning part of the video. And let's get the volume up. Let's give a couple of calls out. I'm very pleased with this. I've got my nice little setup here. Got the SCU 17 little fist mic here. And the radio. What it is, it starts to populate the top and the bottom here. And then you're good to connect then. Right, so it's starting to populate. I'm adding a couple of things to my bookmark. So at the bottom here, you've got all these different things you can connect to. Room IDs. and users here. I'm not sure if you can add users. I never really use the top half. Let's right click and see if we can add a user to our bookmark. So right click, add to bookmark. So yes, you can. So you can add users to bookmark. So yeah, that's pretty good. Connect, and then you've got tools, connect to, and I wonder if I can put a call sign in. Probably not. You probably need to put a number in. I'll try a call sign. M6LSJ. Click OK. No. So that's okay. Let's just, we know CQ UK. I want to find, there's American link here, so we'll add that to bookmark. That's one we use a lot. Just adding a few in. There's another one, add to bookmark. So you can see it's populating at the top. Add to bookmark. Window default. Not sure what that means. So let's right click America link and connect. And straight away you can see we're on there and it's not busy. So let's give a call out and get an audio check. As K3 just came up. Yeah, as I key, you see my call sign lights up in green. And then I've got the fist mic here. I know I'm only small. I could make myself a bit bigger so you can see me, what I'm getting up to. Mike 0 Foxtrot X-Ray Bravo. Just calling in for an audio check. Mike 0 Fox X-Ray Bravo. Right, we're giving that a test.
0 Fox X-Ray Bravo, you're coming in loud and clear in the fusion system. Kilo Echo 7, Romeo Tango Bravo.
Yeah, thanks very much. I have used the system before. I'm on the PDN mode. I've just set up my Yaesu FT3D with my laptop using an SCU20 cable. So thanks very much. Hopefully my audio is good and you're sounding very good as well. Name's Andreas, located Southwest UK. Back to you. So there you go, working great.
Mexico 0, I forgot the rest. Andreas, name's Andy, Alpha November Delta Yankee K7RTV. I'm in Seattle, Washington. I'm on an FT3DR into a fusion repeater about a mile away. So you're clear, and I should be clear too, as opposed to the setup I have. Back to you, my friend.
M0FXB returning. Yeah, thanks very much, Andy. And you are very clear, no problem at all. And I do really like the FT3D. It's just such a versatile radio and it's packed with so many functions. I've had it for about a year, but I've never got around to setting up the on WiresX PDN mode. I've got PDN mode on my Yaesu FT300, but not on this little handy. And it's actually working identical to the other one. And it's such a neat little package. And I've also got the SM17 fist microphone plugged into it. So thanks very much for the test. Back to you, Andy.
X-Ray Bravo. Looks like we talked on January 7th of this year. And you looked at the QSO and didn't acknowledge it. I'm going to log this one down to 4 FM, 70 centimeters for our QSO today. Thank you very much. Hopefully that was helpful for you. Any questions, you can usually just stay here all day long. Mexico 0, Foxtrot X-Ray Bravo, this is Kilo Echo 7, Romeo Tango Bravo, Seattle, Washington, United States of America. 73 minutes.
Yeah, thanks for being my first contact on this system. And you take care there. And back on later. M0FXB clear. 7-3, all the best. Well, there you are. I'm really pleased with that. It literally took about 5 minutes to actually activate it and download the software and upload the USB driver, and it's working great. I've got my little handheld basically running this PC, and it's just excellent. 7-3. Please subscribe if you like my channel, and catch you later. 7-3. Mike 0 Fox X-Ray Bravo, M0 FXB Southwest UK, calling into CQ UK for a contact and an audio check. I'm so pleased how this has gone. It's just working great. No contact. We'll give one more call and then we'll call it a day. Mike 0 Fox X-Ray Bravo, M0 FXB, calling in for an audio check. M0 FXB, Southwest UK. Oh, it went offline for a second then. I pushed the button wrong. And sometimes that comes out. No, it looks good.
M0 ITJ returning. Yes, you were in fine and your audio was spot on.
That's good. M0 ITJ, yeah, thanks for that. Just setting up my little FT3D with the SCU20 cable into my computer, running the sort of PDN software. And it's the first time I've done that. So, yeah, you're sounding very good as well. I wonder what your setup is there. Back to you. Name's Andreas in Weston-super-Mare.
Yeah, M0 ITJ returning. Yes, mine is the Yaesu Foxtrot Tango 70 Delta, going into a Polestar hotspot set up for DMR, Yaesu System Fusion, and wireless, and it seems to work very well. I've not used it for long. I thought I'd give Yaesu Fusion a go and just see what it's like, and I really like it. Back to you.
M0 FXB returning. Yeah, I really like it too, and I've got the FT70. It's such a joy to use that radio. And although I'm using the FT3D now, I do prefer sometimes to use that radio because the speaker audio is more rounder and fuller. And it's such the LEDs and just the whole way the thing feels. Physically to hold, it's actually virtually an identical size to the FT3, obviously with a different screen. So yeah, it's sounding good, and I normally use little jumbo hotspots, MMDVM boards to get into the system. I do like the C4FM Fusion system, but right now no antennas, just straight into my PC using a SM17 FIS microphone into my FT3D. So thanks very much for the audio check. Back to you.
Yeah, M0 ITJ returning. Yeah, I'm just looking at a picture of you on QRZ. I think you're holding your little radio with a colour screen. You got a nice, neat and tidy setup there anyway, which is quite a lot better than my radio room. I've got so much in my radio room, I daren't take any pictures. Back to you.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, no, I am the same. I mean, I keep what you can see in the picture nice and neat for my wife because it's in this sort of kitchen lounge type room that we use in the corner next to the PC. Now, if you scroll down a bit, you'll see in the cupboard, there's a photograph of the cupboard where I keep my handhelds, and that is definitely a mess. I do love the digital system. I've got D-Star, DMR, Fusion. I've managed to get the latest Anytone 878 Mark II UV DMR radio that has APRS receive. That works great. I really enjoy using APRS on the FT3D. I know that the 70 doesn't do that. It works so well. So if you ever do decide to get a different radio, I highly recommend the FT3D because for what they cost and for what you get, I think they're actually good value compared to a lot of other radios that are coming out, like the D74 and what's the other one, the ID52. That's going to be over £500. So yeah, good to meet you there. Back to you. So I'll end the video 7-3 for now. All the best.